Hello, welcome to the next edition of the Tuesday Flashback series. And today, people wanted to see Simic Flash for Pioneer using the old Night Pack Ambusher card as the primary, of course, Flash effect. It's one of the sweetest Flash cards, and it's a huge payoff for being Flash. So we're going to test it out, see if it can compete in today's Pioneer format, or if it's just too outdated and needs something else to make it a legit strategy. So we're finding that out today. The card we're trying out today in this list is Hornlock Whale. So it's a decent instant for the Breach. And then the Whale itself, we have Growth Spiral. So hopefully we could ramp into it and just get a 6/6 body and hopefully win the game from there. In addition to the Ambusher is pretty good at just taking over the game and being a threat that must be answered. So we'll see how that actually pans out. But if you like this kind of content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video if you like. And let's get into the deck list. So as you can see, we have 2 Lachlan Whales because I don't really want that many 6-drops. 4 Ambushers because it's the best card in the deck. 4 Masterminds, and then we have a couple Adversaries and Brazen Borrowers. Pretty good legit threats from our creature package. Instance-wise, we have Fading Hope. It's one of the best bounce spells. Spell Pierce for cheap interaction. We have Growth Spiral, Censor, Diswarry Disruption for a little bit more lands. That also could be an instant if we need it. 2 Sabotages. 2 Rewinds because we really on turn 4s, or turn 3, turn 4, depending on if we Growth Spiral or not, is the turn we really need to double spell to catch up to parity to our opponent. So that's very critical. We also have 2 Memory Deluges as a way to go digging and finding the best cards to progress our game plan. 22 lands plus 2 NDFCs. Sideboard wise, we have 1 Grafdigger's Cage for Grace Fang. Also pretty good against Coco. 3 Gust for Mono Green. 2 Damping Spheres for Lotus Field. A single Negate can be brought in against Lotus Field, as well as other Planeswalker decks. Stuff like that. 2 Oozes for Graveyard Hate. 2 Skylashers to fight through Mono Blue Spirits. A single Wilt for Artifact and Enchantment removal. And if it's a dead card, we get to cycle it. 3 Disputes against Control. That is our Simic Flash deck for Pioneer. See the deck in action. Overgrown Tomb. Tapped. Passes. We will just Breeding Pool tapped. Go. Chapel. Satyr Wayfinder. Rally the Ancestor. Sweet. Put this on green. Pass the turn. Okay, Aristocrat. Seems good. Goes to combat. Attacks. Take it. Growth Spiral. Play Breeding Pool tapped. Play Diswarry Disruption. Pass. Godless Shrine. Stitcher Supplier. Yup. Goes to combat. Attacks. Take it. Growth Spiral. Play the Lair. Untap. Play the Botanical Sanctum. Pass. Feed Artisan. Make Disappear. Swings out. Take it. Mastermind. Cascade. Attack. Pass the turn. Stitcher Supplier. Goes to combat. Attacks out. Adversary. Pay for 2. Filter those out. Okay, sacks. Gives that pro blue. That's what I would have done there. Okay. Take it. Passes. Forest. Go to combat. Attack with Fairy Mastermind. Pass the turn. Grove. Another Aristocrat. That's fine. Okay, sack Stitcher Supplier. Attempt a Petty Thief. Get you to sack the Wayfinder too. Okay, that resolved. Okay. Recast the Aristocrat. No attacks for the opponent. Cast a Brazen Borrower. Now we draw another land. Go to combat. Attack. Rally the Ancestors. X1. Scoops it up. Breeding Pool tapped. Go. Tap Palace. Passes. Pathway on blue. Pass the turn. Coast. Jace. Make Disappear. Diswarry Disruption. Go. Spire. Jace. Passes. Dreamroot. Go. Loops with Jace. Drum. Ornithopter. Rona. Rewind. Night Pack. Steam Vents. Passes. Play a Disruption. Go to combat. Smack with the Wolf. Okay. Plays Reality Chip. That resolves. Reconfigures. That's reasonable. Loops. Flips to Jace. Okay. Shrinks my Wolf token. Plays a Mox Amber. Haywire Might. Plays an island. Passes. Ambusher. Go to combat. Jace, Jace, face. Okay, keeps his Jace around. Pass the turn, make a couple Wolf tokens. Ambusher doing what he does best. Sigh. That resolves. Another Reality Chip. Bounce the Sigh. Memory Deluge is fine. Then we'll go ahead and counter this. You can pay for 2. I think we just force him to tap out. I don't really want to sack any of my Wolves. Another Jace. Okay, shrinks a Wolf token. Ornithopter. Passes. Go to combat. All at face. Force you to interact with us. Taking 10. Okay. Takes 6. Goes to 7. Pass the turn. Makes some more dorks. Ambusher's still good in 2023. Shocks himself. What does he need to do? Sigh? Okay. Target the Might. Okay. Plays that said Might. Makes a Adopter. Okay. Decreases one of my ambushers. Sacks the Might. Draws a card. Gains some life. Sacks 2. Draws a card. But how do you beat all these Wolf tokens? There's 5 of them. Alright. Scoops that up. And we were just so far ahead with all these wolves that he doesn't want to face his deck. So, get into the next. Overgrown Tomb. Passes. Breeding Pool. Tapped. Go. Overgrown Tomb. Fiend Artisan. Passes. Lair. Pass. Forest. Satyr Wayfinder. Urborg Urgoyf. That's awesome. Attacks. To be mana efficient. I think I just Petty Thief. Play just Warrior Disruption. Go. Plays a Tomb. Thought Seizes. Growth Spiral. Botanical Sanctum. Takes a Fading Hope. Tyvar. Minuses. Gets back Fiend Artisan, I assume. Sure. Hits me. Take it. Island. Pass. Llanowar Waste. Fiend Artisan. That resolves. Sacks. Okay. For another Fiend Artisan. Goes to combat. Attacks. Take it. Night Pack Ambusher. Untap. Pass the turn. Tries to kill my thing. Spell Pierce. Make disappear. Make disappear. I think I'd rather keep my token. Because if I did the casualty, I would have to basically trade my ambusher in for a chump blocker. Doesn't seem very good. Yep. Block. Untap. Speed Artisan. Growth Spiral. That's not really going to do it. Yeah. Okay. I'm off. I guess Ether Gust and maybe Ooze. Down Sensor. Down Make Disappear. I guess keep a Sensor over Make Disappear. Run it like that. No, wait. Down Sensor up Cage. Run it like that. Breeding Pool. Tapped. Go. Urborg. Thoughtseize. Takes the Adversary. Hydra. Go. Pathway. I'm green. Another Thoughtseize. Takes Fading Hope. Passes. Play Mastermind. Play Botanical Sanctum. Smack. Pathway on black or green, which is basically a dual land. Urborg. Lurgoyf. Mills 3. Play Fairy Mastermind. He passes. The untap. Cascade. Go to combat. Attack you for 4. Attack Blooming Marsh. Tries to kill one of my threats. Sabotage. I don't need a Fading Hope. Hits me for 2. Take it to 18. Scavenging Ooze. Go ahead and eat up his graveyard and attack. Tyvar. Goes milling. Finds 1 threat, which I'm assuming he gets back right now. Nope. Scoops it up. I think we just run it back. Blooming Marsh. Death Bonnet Sprout. Fable Passage. Crack the Passage. Grab an island. Pass. Fiend Artisan. Swings at me for 1. Botanical Sanctum. Pass. Mills the card. Pathway on black. Tyvar. Lurgoyf. Question is, do I want to counter this or leave up Whale? Let's go ahead and Gust. Hits me for 2. Growth Spiral. Play a Beseju. Pass. Mills a card. Land on War Waste. Dead Whispers. Okay. Satyr Wayfinder. That resolves. Goes to combat. Attacks. So we breach the Artisan. Take the beats. Untap. We draw a Cascade. That's not bad. Pass. Sprout mills the Artisan. Anti-synergy there, man. Waste. Okay. Dread Knight. And it dies. So if I counter it, it's all good. Stitcher Supplier. Goes to combat. Attacks. Growth Spiral. Okay. Doesn't work. Fading Hope the Sprout. I guess we keep the land. Take our beats. Sprout. Sure. So we play the lair. And we pass. Mills another card. I'm assuming, yeah, flips. Yeah. We go ahead and bounce the Hulk. That's a redraw. That's fine. Replays the Sprout. Cast Escapes Spider. Okay. Take it. Bounce the Spider. Untap. Growth Spiral. And we did not find a land. For the Whale next turn. Pass. Okay. Flips the Hulk again. Goes to combat. Attacks out. Can't really do anything. So I think I just cast Brazen Borrower and let it take our beats. Recast the Spider. Eats. Okay. Borrower. Okay. That's not necessarily helpful, but pass. So we could phase out the Hulk. This is a 3-2. These Hulks are getting chunky. Goes to combat. Attacks out. Adversary. And we phased out the bigger Hulk. So how do I want to block? I could trade with the Hulk. So this is a 3-3. I have to trade, right? I can't block here because he'll just escape it. If I block here, 1-1. Wayfinder is not really helping or contributing much to the board. I can't block here because that makes the stuff bigger. So I think I have to trade before this gets a counter. Satyr Wayfinder. Plays a Swamp. Cascade. So I have 2 options here. I could leave up the Lair, which is a 4-4, which probably won't trade with a Hulk. So I have 4 damage across the others. So this would not trade with this. Yeah. So I have to play this pre on my turn, so that way it comes into play. Untapped. Except the prey doesn't have a removal spell. Attacks out. I have to block a Wayfinder. We're at 2. It's not looking good. Another Fighter. Mastermind. I still take 2. Ouch. Yeah. So he got me. But this deck is definitely putting up a better fight than the previous version I tested. Swings out with everything. Fairy Mastermind. And then Hydra. So this blocks here. This chomps. And this eats a Stitcher Supplier. And we die by spiders. Okay. 1-1. Let's get into the next. Mountain. Kamuno. Passes. Sword Disruption. Go. Mountain. Reckless Impulse. Play the Beseju. Go. Runaway Steamkin. Okay. Plays with Fire in my face. Bounce the Steamkin. Growth Spiral to the top. That's fine. Okay. Hits me for 2. Down to 15. Pathway on blue. Pass. Sacred Foundry. Runaway Steamkin. Sabotage. Put that on top. Swift Spear. Kamuno. Hits me for 5. So we're essentially at 8. Ouch. So if I don't shock myself here and I Brazen Borrower, bouncing, is that good? I think we're here to risk it. We're here for the ambusher. If all else fails, we could Whale plus Borrower. Reckless Impulse. Grows the Swift Spear. Plays the Soul Scar Mage. Kamuno. Hits me to 7. Goes to combat. Attacks out. Ambusher. Eat the Swifty. Passes. Sword Disruption. Play that as a land. Pass the turn. Pray we're not dead. Okay, so Kamuno flips. That upticks. Probably going to lead off with a Rend Resolve. Yep. Grows the Soulscar Mage. Chain to the Rocks. Plays the Soulscar Mage. Yeah, here comes the chain. Eats the Ambusher. Sure. Seems good. Goes to combat. Attacks out. First things first. Bounce the Chain of the Rocks. And then breach the Mage. And eat them. Now he might be able to play Mountain. Or, yeah, here comes the Chain of the Rocks. Eating and killing both my wolves. Fable Passage. Crack the Passage. Grab a Forest. Play the whale. Go. Swift Spear. Showdown of the Scalds. That's pretty good. Play with fire. The face. Which means we're dead. All them hasty threats, man. I can't compete. Alright, we block and die. We tried. So we bring in Gus. I don't know if I want Wilt. Wilt probably isn't worth it. Go down Censor and make disappear. Run it like that. Breeding Pool. Tapped. Go. Mountain. Kamuno. Passes. Botanical Sanctum. Go. Sacred Foundry. Runaway Steamkin. Counter it. Forest. Pass. Alright, flips to Kamuno. Soulscar Mage. That resolves. Goes to combat. Hits me for 2. Take it. Down to 17. Sacred Foundry. And passes. Breeding Pool. Untapped. Pass. Swift Spear. Goes to combat. Attacks out. Ambusher. Attempt to get rid of the Soulscar Mage. Okay. Shrinks it. That's what I was scared. That's what I was worried about. Fading Hope. Pass. Goes to combat. Attacks out. Alright. Fading Hope. The Mage. Growth Spiral bottom. Take 3. Soulscar Mage. Sabotage. Graveyard. Okay. Pass. Swift Spear. Goes to combat. Attacks out. Fairy Mastermind. Kills the Fairy Mastermind. Play another Fairy Mastermind. Trade. Take 4. And dodge. Okay. 1 and 2 so far. Let's get into the last. Swarry Disruption. Go. Tomb. Wormlet. Passes. Another Disruption. Forest. Go. Takanuma. Gilded Goose. Okay. Pumps the Wormlet. Goes to combat. Hits me. Offer a trade with Mastermind. Cat. Cascade. Go. Trail. Sabotage. Don't really need a Brazen Borrower. Hits me. Take it. Breeding Pool. Tapped. Pass. Oven. Make disappear. Pays. That's fine. Sure. Take it. That's fine on blue, I guess. Pass. Sacks the cat. Replays the cat. Sure. Goes to combat. Attacks. Take it. Okay. Disruption. Mastermind. Fading Hope. Go to combat. Attack. Pass. Makes a food. Gets back the cat. Yep. Take it. Gets a forest. Another Arcanist. Archivist. Fading Hope. Sacks the cat. Okay. Play the trail. We draw cards. I guess I could have just waited. Naturally would have drew a card there. Fable Passage. Crack it. Grab an island. Go to combat. Attack. Pass. Tomb. Greta. That's fine. Goes to combat. Attacks. Spiral. Lagoon. I'm assuming he sacks it to an oven to fizzle my whale. Nope, lets it go. Activates Trail of Crumbs. Hangerback Walker. Gilded Goose. That's fine. Spiral. Go to combat. Attack with Mastermind. Pass. Here comes a cat? No. I'm so confused. Hangerback Walker. Okay. Puts a counter on it by sacking a food. Pathway on green. Okay. Put another counter on something. Sure. Another counter on the walker. Goes to combat. Attacks. So I have 2 options. I could either drop the whale or I could deluge. What is deluge getting me for 2 mana? I think it's correct to get the whale down. Play the whale. I guess I could have besieged the trail or the oven. Growth Spiral. Okay, that's not terrible. Go to combat. Attack with both. Blocks and blocks. Okay. Pass. Gets the cat back. A second oven. Goes to combat. Attacks out. Adversary. Okay, but what do I want to phase out here? Let's do Greta. Block a Thopter. Sacks the Thopter. Take 3. Goes digging for a Llanowar Waste. Another oven. Passes. Cascade. So he sacks the cat, gets the cat back, blocks the whale. Memory Deluge. Get another whale. That's Brazen Borrower. Attack with the Fairy Mastermind. Pass. Alright. Gets cat back. Trains me. So he does 4 points of damage. Gilded Goose. Wormlet. Sir Ginger. Cat. Attacks out. Attempt to get rid of Greta. Okay, we lose our whale. Block and block. That's not the right time to draw this card. Alright, I'm just off. I'm assuming Cage works, right? Yeah. And then I guess Ooze. Wilt seems to be it. Good Hound just to make disappears. I don't like that. Disruption, go. Marsh, Gilded Goose. Lair, go. Another Goose. Waste, Trail. Mastermind. Force is not what I was looking for. Crack the Passage. Get an island. Go to combat. Smack you with a Mastermind. Okay. That also resolves. Passes. Another Mastermind. Forest. Go to combat. Smack. Pays into the trail. Finds another Goose. Pays into the trail. Finds another Elvish. Pathway on green. Another Elvish. Another Trail. Double Sprox. We get to draw some cards. Alright. Pays into the trail. Wormlet. Goes to combat. Smacks. So it's a 4/5. Can't do nothing about that. Take it. Night Pack Ambusher. Fable Passage. Crack the Passage. Grab the last basic, then the deck. Go to combat. Smack, smack. This is a 2/3. Smack, smack, and smack. Blocks. Blocks. Sacks. Get rid of the Witch's Oven. Oh wait, that grows up too big, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Pass. Goose. Okay. Rail. Sabotage. Graveyard. Attacks out. Yeah, this is looking pretty over. Okay, so I think that's 1 and 2, 1 and 3, something like that. So what did we learn this week about this deck? Overall, we faced a decent amount of aggro decks. Boros, PNLR. We faced Lurgoyf, which we beat, I believe. But, like, it was very tricky. So, like, this deck has some faults, of course. It is Simic, so, like, removal is not really the best in these colors ever. So, that is something to be noted. Faced the cat in the very last match. That seems like a very difficult matchup, period. We don't really have a great way in Simic to counter the cat oven. We could definitely change our sideboard a little bit to have us, like, more cages or runestones, but runestones and cages also hurt us, so it's kind of weird because we do play Memory Deluge. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure how I want to go about that matchup in particular, just because it's probably just so close to unwinnable that it's something you just got to chalk that loss up to. Now, this is the second time I recorded this video. I made some adjustments. I think I went 1 and 2 or in the first one, and basically 1 and 2 in this one, or 0 and 3. I don't even know. I lost track. Played so much Magic. But hopefully the gameplay wasn't terrible. We did do things that we wanted. Every time we did, the opponent just scooped the entire match because this deck would have probably crushed that matchup. So weirdly enough, like, we technically would be 2 and 2 or something like that. But both opponents that I feel like we were heavily favored in, our opponents scooped after match 1. The Aristocrats deck and the opponent that just kind of left and played it and joined a different queue. We were so far ahead with Ambusher and Wolf tokens that he just could not compete. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure what changes I would make. If you have any suggestions at all, let me know down in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification on your way out the door. And until next time, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon.